What do you think of how the defense did tonight?
I thought we played well. Once we figured out a couple things, and in fairness to them, they lost their starting quarterback, and I'm sure that they had two different plans for both quarterbacks, so that really helped us because I know the other one probably didn't have the same load that number 5 did, so that made our defense a little bit easier to call.
I think he only played the backup like 5 snaps last game.
Yeah,
how much did you have to go
running? I think they probably had 2 packages prepared for each one, and it seemed like maybe they were to do a little bit more with the starter than with him. As far as the passing game goes, I think the running game was very similar to what they wanted to do with him. He's a good runner.
What did you think of Freddie Perry up front playing nose for the first time?
Yeah, Freddie, he picked it up very quickly. It's hard to tell inside what all he did, but I think he played well. The kids went in. They went in there and they hustled and we asked them to do.
When games are more lopsided, what are the things that you tend to zero in on in terms of evaluating your defense?
Well, the one thing I try to do is a couple things. One, I want to get the guys in the game that need to get work, get the other guys out. And I always tell the guys that are out of the game they're not out of the game. You should be getting mental reps because when you play, we get going and we're going to be playing the whole game. Mentally, you have to stay in the whole game. So I tell them to try to concentrate, and just because you're not physically playing, to make sure you mentally play every play, and in that way, you'll condition yourself to be able to do that when you have to. Because it's just not always physical. There's a mental part of the game too. That's something, little things you're always looking for. Is a guy's hand heavy? Is it light? Is the back leaning back? Is the quarterback staring? There's a million little things that go into just doing what you're supposed to do. And as you learn to play fast, you pick up some of those little tricks.
It looked like Cameron Judge got the start at linebacker. What has he shown you?
Yeah, Cam had a good week of practice, and we wanted to reward him. We started off a little bit of a different package tonight than we had in the previous game. It was by design. We decided earlier in the week we were going to go with that package against what they do.
What does he bring versus what Aaron brings?
Who brings?
What does Cameron bring differently than maybe what Aaron would bring at outside linebacker?
Well, they're just different. It's two different packages we're playing. We play with different personnel.
Okay.
It's just difference of how we align, and so that's why you see Yawol is not in that particular package as a starter. That's all. And we play, like I said, we play different ones at different times. Tonight we had zeroed in on that package. I mean, we had the other ones ready if we needed them, but the way the game went, when we got up, it was easier for us to just stay in that. We had multiple things we could do.
How much different was halftime in this game in terms of going over schemes that UNLV was doing since you didn't have much on them going into the game? Was it more kind of going over their schemes now that you got kind of a read on
we
them?
talked about that at halftime. We made some adjustments at halftime. We zeroed in on the 8 things that we wanted to concentrate on going into the second half. As I said, once number 14, Kim Decker, went out, it was a little different game that they were playing them because they were not as dimensional as they would have been if number 5, if Decker was available.
How do you think Ely looked up front?
Yeah, once again, hard to tell with those big guys in there until you watch the film. It's different with the secondary guys. You can watch them make plays in space. I thought Ely was prepared. Coach Angus did a great job of getting him ready for the game. I thought he was ready. I sat with him at the pregame meal. He seemed very confident, very comfortable. So I was happy. I think he played pretty darn well.
Let's go.
Thanks.